Yo, what's good, people out here? We have come live and direct for another great episode of DIRREC Gaming. As you already know, I go by the name of the new legal. I got Resident Gamer Zero in the building. We got almost, he's going to be doing some moderating tonight. And I threw something out there for Realist One if he comes in tonight. But this is not going to be a very long show, people. We come in here to speak some truth, throw some jewels down, and just wait for the results. This is what this show is going to be about. We're also going to be targeting the fact that we already see some changes, already see some possible that I think is going to be a great look for Xbox. Of course, there's the opinions, and we welcome other opinions as well. But for the most part, y'all already know where I'm sitting. I'm sitting like, listen, it's time to spoil the Xbox core audience. It's time to give the Xbox core audience a little spoiling. This is the 25th anniversary. I understand, like I've always been saying, I understand when things make sense, and I understand when things don't make sense. For the most part, things need to start making some sense as the year goes in. I'm already loving the fact that there's some initial changes that have begun, and it's good for the better, right? Xbox needs to get back serious again and really get the hustle of what makes Xbox, my opinion. So lately I've been playing Crispin Desert. It's been holding my attention, putting a lot of hours in. It's real fun. I'm loving the fact that you can do a lot of roaming around, finding things, scavenging things, stealing things, killing things. So, you know, it's like, to me, it's like Assassin's Creed, The Witcher 3, Red Dead.
It's a fun little sandbox, isn't it?
All in one. Yeah, all in one. To me, it's just like all in one. So one of the biggest open world games ever in gaming history. I mean, this game is beautiful, man. Kudos to that development team. They really did a damn good job. There's a lot of things that were hiccups in the beginning. And like I said, but you know, you try to execute it the best way you can for good, smooth gameplay. And I think they've done a pretty decent, good job on that. Plus with the ultimate patch that just came out, makes things a little bit more interesting, a lot more fun. So yeah, they got a good audience, they got a good fan base, and it's a positive thing going with Crimson Desert, man. I'm part of it, and I've been liking it, man. Shouts to Mr. Kima, shouts to the other Zinc, shouts to
Mr. Kima?
Stanky. Yo, shouts to the Mighty Chat Pad up in the building, man. I see y'all, man. I'm finna put y'all on display right now. Y'all know how I do it. Boom. So of course I'm going mobile today, and I'm loving it. So as y'all can see, man, Xbox Fanfest is back. They didn't waste no time. So Rez, what do you think about Fanfest coming back, man?
You gonna do the intro, or?
Yeah, in a minute.
Okay, all right. We'll step that.
The intro right now?
Hey, man, this Fanfest.
He doesn't mind. He doesn't mind if we
What up, other Zinc?
I'll get this thing started. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't see nothing.
Yeah,
wrong.
Run it. We're about to talk about Fanfest. We got some news on Gears of War E-Day and the June showcase, and some new exciting changes at Xbox. Some more proof of you say what you do and do what you say. And so far, Asha's been proving that she's a woman of her word.
All right, man, let's get it then. Gotcha, Rez. You thought that was the intro. I gotcha.
The following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
There you go, other Zing. I did it, man, just for you. Just for Stanky, you right, man. It's time. Look, I'm gonna let Rez do a lot of talking, man, because I don't want to look stupid out here. I'm really rooting for y'all, man. Really, you don't understand how much I'm rooting for y'all. I really want to see y'all feel like, y'all got something out of this anniversary, man. This thing, this whole multi-platform stuff, man, it only makes sense to certain games. It's to me, it should never be like your whole catalog. Not in the console space. PC space, that's just because it's PC space. PC space is open. Console space isn't open. So you got to do something. Project Helix is looking good. It's Project Helix. Xbox should have been Project Helix a long time ago. That's the problem. Long time ago. That's just the problem. So hopefully, man, as we're moving forward, as what Rez feels like, things are happening for the better. He's already seeing some shape ups that he's excited about. I'm excited as well, but Rez kind of upset with me. I know that I want to feel so ecstatic because it's Gears of War E-Day. I don't trust Microsoft's messaging no more. The messaging has deflated me. Like it's deflated me. But I have my reasons, y'all. If you have anything to say before I show my reasoning, you can speak now, forever hold your peace. But I have my reasons, man. I know you're mad at me. I know I should be happy-go-lucky, but I just want to look. I already see it.
There's a lot of reasons to be, right? I mean, if you think about it, even as far back as the Xbox generation, Xbox's messaging has not been very good. Sometimes it goes against everything that they've stood for, everything that they started on. It's been all over the place, right? And how could you trust somebody like that or something like that that tells you one thing and then changes it and then changes it again and again and goes back on it and then changes it again, right? Like the constant flip-flopping, mixed messages, change in directions. It just feels like they lost their core, right? Their North Star, right? They forgot about what the true identity of their platform is, what they were about from the beginning, right? And that's their technologies, right? Their capabilities of what they can do with their hardware, right? Their great quality content, their first party games, the games that really got you excited to be an Xbox owner, right? And when they started to pull in these executives who were from gaming, right? A lot of these leadership changes should have started with the core of Xbox, right? With the core of gaming in mind. And it wasn't. It was about profit. It was about how can we reach more people to make more money, right? How can we change what Xbox is for the benefit of the company, right? It was less about what can we do to make Xbox a strong platform, to make it exciting, to make people want to play on it, make people buy it, right? They moved further and further away from that. They started changing things to where they thought of Xbox as a Blu-ray player with game capability, right? To where it was just a media center. They didn't, it wasn't about just the games anymore. Games were becoming secondary and third in the mindset of where they wanted the platform to go, right? It became more about a multimedia center than Xbox gaming, which was what they started, right? And a lot of that has really tarnished and ruined their reputation. It's ruined people's perceptions of them. People can't get excited anymore, and they just get disappointed, or they just don't even care anymore. They tuned out. They've moved on. They've gone to PC. They've gone to PlayStation, or in some strange way, maybe gone to Nintendo. I don't know. But to me, all that's changing, right? we had to see some big changes coming from them in order to bring the brand back to what it was, right? And this is starting this year. I knew this year was special. Of course, it would start on their 25th anniversary, right? What better way to revive the brand, bring it back, and maybe bring it back better, right, than it was before. And they're going in all the right directions. They're making all the right moves right now. They're listening for once in the longest time they have, because they always say they listen, but I don't think they truly did. But now, with Asha at the helm, man, shout out to Asha, bro. She's been in the role for 1 month. And what's the first thing she did? What's the first thing she did? And not even Phil did this. Like Aaron Greenberg a little bit, but not to the extent. She came out to the gaming streets and she started talking to Xbox gamers. She started getting their feedback. She was telling them, please tell me what you want to see from us. What do you want us to do to make Xbox better? Like, what are we doing right? What are we doing wrong? She's taking things from all the different avenues, right? And not just from a business perspective, but the social perspective too. She really truly does want to make Xbox great again, right? I know I'm quoting Trump here, but I mean, it's true, because in different ways you see it already, right? The moves that she's making, and this is part of the show that we were mentioning in the thumbnail, that Asha's already making really big moves, and she's only been in the role for a month, going on 2 months. I mean, this is insane. If you think about it, look at the previous Xbox leaders in its history and try to think back when they first started with the company and how long it took them to make these same moves or even make these moves. And then also, did you ever see them go out to the communities and ask for feedback? Go out to the communities and tell them to vent to her and give her all the criticisms of the brand, right? That's the first thing. The second thing is, look what she's done with one of the biggest problems that they've had with the Xbox brand since pretty much inception, and that's the marketing, right? Marketing's always been a big problem. Their messaging has always been a big problem. Well, she's gone and now looking and hiring for a brand new, bigger marketing team, right? Dedicated to Xbox and the brand and revitalizing the brand. Think about that, right? Like that. I don't think Phil or Don or Peter, I don't think any of them did that, right? Not that. That's another big move she's making, right? She wants to turn the messaging around. She wants to bring things back to a better place than they are now with the brand, right? She needs to turn the mind share around. And a lot of people really lost it after the This Is an Xbox campaign, right? And what's one of the first things she's already done? She's already removed that from their website. They've already removed the branding for that. They don't even talk about it anymore in social media. It's not even brought up that much anymore. And there's other little signs too that you could see that not just the business strategies are changing now, but the morale at Microsoft is changing. The people who engineer and make these infrastructure updates to the Series X, to the ROG Ally, to Xbox games through the developers. I've seen engineers on social media say they've never been happier than they are now in a long time to go back to work again, to work for Xbox again. I mean, that alone, for me anyway, should be a sign that this is different this time. That people see how truly special she is and how truly special that she could make the brand and make Xbox, you know, if she continues on this path, right? People have a good feeling about people, right? You know if somebody really means what they say and what they mean, if they're actually going to follow through on their decisions of what they say, right? And then you know somebody who's just saying it, right? Just for PR or just to make themselves look like they're going to do it, but they're not. But we've already seen that she's already pulling through with what she says, right? And she's getting the perspectives from everybody, not just the Xbox old leadership. She's getting perspective from colleagues, right? Perspective from gamers, like every avenue you can think of. She was at the Xbox Developers Conference talking to people. I saw people on social media taking pictures with her. She is getting a lot of feedback and criticisms from true Xbox fans. And look what we have here. What's coming now? The biggest thing all year, every year that we're excited about. We wait for it every year. And what is that? The June showcase, right? And not just the June showcase. They're bringing back an event truly for fans. And what is that event? The Fanfest. Come on. What does that say to you? Just think about it for a second. Look at all the highlights I just pointed out right now. She's bringing Fanfest back. That's already a start. So they're going to bring more shows to the year.
Fanfest was already announced last year that it will come back this year.
I know, but I'm just saying that this is not just the start of the Fanfest, right? They're going to be doing more this year than they've done in previous years for shows, right? They've got a potential second developer direct coming, right? They've got 44 games in development. They highlighted in the showcase article, they've got a bunch of unannounced or newly announced games coming for the June showcase. We've got Gears of War E-Day being the big highlight of the show. One of the biggest games of this generation people have been waiting for, right? The true showstopper, the one that's going to highlight what next gen, or a peak of what next gen is going to look like, with Coalition at the helm, who are the masters of Unreal Engine. And Gears has always been a staple for high fidelity and like graphical evolution. So I think people should be hyped for that. And who knows what else is in store outside of the normal shows that she could potentially bring as well. I was telling you off at the show that I think people should be cautiously optimistic, but I think also people should have hope and faith again that she is the right one to turn this ship around, right? To steer this ship into the horizon in a new dawn, in a new era, right? This is don't call it a comeback era right here for Xbox. I feel like you guys should be really excited because she's the change the company needed. And I think Satya is not going to get in her way. I truly think that with her expertise in AI and what she could put that towards gaming, which, remind you, it's not like voice acting AI, but like making the worlds and the games more immersive, right? Making the game's combat better, making the AI NPC encounters better, making the world seem like it really truly is a world you're experiencing, you're living in with your character. Just there's so many things that she's bringing to the table that I think people just don't quite get it yet, but they will. You've already seen some of the breadcrumbs. You've already seen you've already peeked behind those curtains a little bit. We're already seeing the potential there. It's going to take more time, but I feel like the confidence will build. They've got a long way to go, of course, I know that. But this is a good start. And this showcase, I think, is going to be good. Do I know if it's going to be better than the 2024 showcase? I think so. I think it will be. I think we're definitely going to see more of Clockwork, of course. We'll definitely see a short trailer of Fable, probably a Forza. We're going to see hopefully a little snippet of Blade, right? And those are just the games we know of, right? They've mentioned there's going to be a lot of unannounced first-party games and some third-party, of course, some indies. But that's what's great about Xbox is they have a huge variety, right? And they bring you the most first-party games out of the three companies, right? Because think about, like, look at the. I don't know if you guys have put your ears to the ground, right? If you've really read the tea leaves this year and the generations, but the tides are turning. This is the moment for Xbox. Think about right now what Sony PlayStation is giving their consumers, right? They just announced a $100 price hike in Europe for their consoles. What did we say about them monetizing their players more? They're gonna raise the price of PS Plus. They're gonna probably raise the price of their games. And what are they giving the gamers for all this? Soros and Wolverine? Are you serious? All year they're giving you 2 games, and one of those games is more of a AA than a AAA game. So they're really only giving you one AAA game, and that's Wolverine. And that's a one and done, one day beat 'em game. Like you could beat that game in one day. And then what do you have to play after that? Nothing. There's no excitement in PlayStation. They can't even show you any first party roadmap. They can't show you any other games coming. They don't even have anything ready to show you. That's why they keep showing everybody third party games. And what about Nintendo, right? What does Nintendo have? Yoshi? A new Yoshi game? Seriously? Pokopia? A side Pokemon game?
Not to mention Switch 2 to me. I told y'all.
I know, but I'm just trying to tell people that, like, if you compare everybody's bringing this year.
Didn't I say I will destroy that whole narrative that year after year? But legal, they're gonna buy it anyway. Shut up.
Switch. Nintendo doesn't have any games ready for Switch 2 right now. Like Donkey Kong Bonanza was in development for a while, like ever since Mario Odyssey came out. Mario Kart has been in development for years because they haven't made a Mario Kart game since Wii U. So a lot of those games were in pre-development a long time ago. That's why they had them to begin with. If it wasn't for those 2 games, what would they have right now? Like Pokopia and what? Like one other Switch 2 game? Like they would have little to nothing right now. And they still haven't even shown a Nintendo Direct of just mainly first-party games. They haven't shown anything yet. What happens when a game company doesn't show you their first-party titles? What does that usually mean, right? They don't have anything to show. It's not ready. That's what PlayStation and Nintendo are telling us as gamers right now. They don't have anything for us right now. Who's the one that every year lately has been bringing us game after game after game on top of Game Pass games, free movies too if you have the rewards system, and gives you access to pretty much play on any device you want, and only have to buy the game once, right?
But think about it. To me, it doesn't even matter if you're shelling all your shit away anyway. It doesn't matter. So
that's why I'm saying the shift is changing with the multi-platform. I think what's going to happen is, but I'm thinking of it as a gamer, like who's offering me the most, and it's not Nintendo and it's not PlayStation for me right now. And I'm not just saying that because I'm pro Xbox. I'm just being realistic. Just think of everything, like all the games, like the services, the hardware, who's bringing it, who's got the strongest, who's offering me the best value, who's giving me deals all the time, who's not. I know, but I'm just saying, like, for the showcase, for me, I'm excited for Gears of War E-Day, and we know that, and Legal's going to point this out.
I know
there was a listing.
I gotta feel this way.
Oh, you're gonna let me finish cooking? We know. I was gonna let you jump off after me. You could say what you need to say. There was a list. Okay, so there was a listing for Gears of War E-Day, right? And before, like last year, the listing showed Gears of War E-Day on Xbox Series, PC, and PS5. But recently, that same posting, I don't know where you got that from, by the way. You'll have to tell me where you got that from.
Tell y'all.
That the recent posting now shows that the PS5 platform was taken off it. It only shows now Xbox Series and PC. So if that's real, if that's not just a mistake, then that means they're already starting to even further shift away from their this is an Xbox multi-platform strategy in some way. Not fully, completely. I'm not going to say they did it completely, but there's definitely some sort of changes that they're making from what they were doing before. And I think this only would have happened had Phil left. Had Phil left and Ash had taken over, because I think she understands that some exclusives make sense and that she needs to go back to taking care of the core fans, like the core people who supported Xbox from day one or even from day two with the Xbox 360 generation. You know, people who have been there, you know, since the beginning. And she realizes that they haven't been treated like with special treatment, right? They've been treated like second-rate, third-rate citizens, right? Like they're not important. And she understands that. And I think from what I've seen, it seems like that's the case, right? All these moves that she's making right now. We're going to have more time will tell, obviously. It's still a little too soon, but right now, from what we've seen so far, it's looking good, right? I don't know about you guys, but 2 months, we're 2 months away from an amazing show. It's going to be an hour long, just like it always is, and then it's going to have Gears right after. Gears is one of those big games we've been waiting for since the beginning, right? Gears and, for me, Fable are the big two ones a lot of people have been waiting for. You know, we already got Halo, but we know another Halo is coming, right? Let them cook on that, by the way. And we've got a lot of unannounced games coming. I really hope that they kick these Activision Blizzard studios into high gear, because we need to see some more games from those studios as well. And I heard from what Jason Ronald was saying, they're bringing back more game preservation, more old titles back to the forefront on the series consoles and Helix. So we're going to see a lot of great games we played in the past come back, updated visuals and higher frame rates. So we're going to be able to play those games over again. So we're going to get the best of all worlds. We're going to get new games. We're going to get old, improved games. We're going to get third party. We're going to get indie. We get most of them on Game Pass. We don't even have to buy them. And if we want to buy them, we get them to play on anything. You know, like nobody beats that right now. That's the best for a gamer, especially if you're on a budget, right? You know, it's very consumer friendly. And they're also potentially adding more tiers to Game Pass. So you could maybe even pay $6, $7, $10 a month for Game Pass in the future.
I like that.
It might be.
You just saved yourself tonight by saying that, because I was about to come off the top.
It might be ad involved, like you have to watch some ads or something, like kind of like how Hulu and Disney and Netflix have, but you're still only paying. Yeah, like every hour or 2 hour or whatever, like they play an ad or whatever when you're playing the game. But for the price, I know, but I'm just saying for people who can't afford like the higher tiers, that's always another option as well, to just get into the ecosystem for very cheap. Like, because $6, $7, $10 is not a lot to ask for, and it's very little price to pay for the ads. I mean, some people hate them. I get it, but you're getting hundreds of games, and some of those games are like $70, and you're getting to play those games for $10. I mean, come on. Why would not any gamer, not like that, right? Because I thought we want to play games, right? Not be exclusive champions where if this game is not on this platform, then it's awesome, and I want to brag about one game or two games. I guess that's the future, right? Because people don't play as many games as we do. Like they play one or two a year, right? So that's not a big deal to them. Like a lot of people don't see, that's the reason why some people don't see the value in Game Pass, is because they only play 1 or 2 games, or they only like a small handful of games, and they won't expand their horizons. They won't try or play anything else. Hey, I'm just trying to get to my point here. Like, you should be very hopeful in this direction that the Xbox is going now with this new leadership change. The June showcase is upon us. We're getting Gears of War E-Day. We're getting Fanfest. We're getting more shows potentially later this year on top of the Tokyo Game Show and Gamescom. We might be getting another Dev Direct. They haven't said no on that yet. There hasn't been a no. They haven't shot it down yet. And Matt Booty said they have more games than they could put into one show. So, a lot of evidence there to strongly suggest there's going to be more shows this year. But I don't know. Me as an Xbox fan, I'm excited. I know you're hesitant. You've lost the faith. It's cool, Famo. I'm going to let you bounce off my bars here. I've been going for about a half an hour now. I know you go longer than me, but on average, but
we go we're gonna do it all over again. I'm coming with the doom and gloom. I'm coming to piss rain.
The following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
I'm tag teaming you in, Famo. It's your turn.
All right, that was the happy version of Di-RRec Gaming. That was everything Rez could try to do to change the way I feel, but no, I'm about to piss some people off. I told you the Phil Spencer, Sarah Bond stuff wasn't going to work. I told y'all in the nicest way. And some of y'all started wanting to come to me. They got brainwashed and y'all got, see, that's how cults and people like Jim Jones can rise up and just people die under these people. Because if they can tell you something that you know already in the beginning it wasn't going to work, but they can make you believe it, that's on you. But see, I stand 10 toes down. See, y'all. and
Hey, Famo, check your Bluetooth. You're cutting out.
it can't. Hold on.
Make sure your Bluetooth's not connected.
Hold on. Let me see. It shouldn't be, but let me see. Okay, let me see. No, it's off. Oh, it could be on your end. But thank you for telling me that. Let me know if it continues. Okay. Let me know if it continues, Rez. But
sir.
But no, I'm just saying, I said it in a nice way. Realist didn't, and the Xbox community came down hard on Realist. He took the bait for me. And so I was able to get away with all of this throughout the years, right? But now I told y'all, Kima, it's your fault. I blame you, Kima, for putting me out in these streets. But I told the Xbox community, right? This ain't gonna work because it doesn't make sense. If you're a software company and all that we're doing with digital stuff, it makes perfect sense. But you have this hardware device. And as long as you got something that people can physically touch, you got to sell that thing. Right? I try to make as many scenarios as possible. I went to the dealerships. I went to the dope steel, the hood. I tried to, anything that I could possibly use to make sense out of it all in a nice way. But I guess people thought that, in the real world, it just doesn't operate that way. I don't know. Like I used to say, why is it that we can get a sense of how to sell something with everything else in the world, Zink, But when it comes to gaming, it's like the realization of selling something doesn't exist only in gaming. It blew my mind away because the other two we already know. They can never maximize their potential and mess with Xbox. We already know that. That's old news. The problem wasn't Nintendo and PlayStation. The problem is the potential of Xbox. And I've been screaming this for years. It's sad. I look at all of us. I look at Zinc. Look at Zinc. Look how long Zinc has been out here waiting for greatness. Super Xbox. Xbox has been great. I'm talking about, I already saw the mess up with 360 when I got it. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. I can't burn my CDs no more. I can't make my mix. What the hell just happened? I saw that then. I was like, damn, even though how great the 360 is, we turned it down a notch. Why? Then Xbox One comes out with the cloud compute. The Windows 8 was just flawless victory. They switched it over to Windows 10, and we lost all those capabilities. And I was like, and the excuses were, well, we want to save more power. Well, the power wasn't enough to save. It didn't matter. I liked what I had. I liked the features, and that's what I love about Xbox. The Xbox Series S and X comes out, and I was just thrilled, and then COVID comes and messes up the whole shebang. And here we are again, right? Now, I know, man. You've been out here for a very long time. And I'm fighting for, and that's our core, y'all. He's part of the core. This guy's been a Microsoft fan throughout the 80s, from Flight Simulator all the way up. I've had talks with others in. You know, if it wasn't for some of these people before the Xbox, you know, my Xbox might have just still been a dream. But because we had some people in the Windows PC community, Xbox could have something to fight against. We know the story between the Xbox and the Windows team. You know, so for Xbox, it's always been a fight, right? The fight is Xbox. The fight to prove that it's something. That's the embodiment of Xbox. That's the essence and the culture of it. That's what was lost. I told y'all about Game Pass, but I was right. Game Pass is moving in the right direction. Is it moving as fast as expectation? Well, let me see if it's at 40 million now. I mean, over 40 million. If it can get, we can say 50 million at the end of this year, right? 50 million, 60 million the year after, 60 million after Helix, 70, 80, in 5 more years, by 2031, if it even gets to 90 million, it's a success, super success. But I'm just saying it's really not far off. When you looked at the documents, they wanted to be at 100 million by 2030. If they get to 90 by 2030, nobody's going to knock that. And right now, if they have a steady 10, they're going to have to average 10, but that's the thing. To me, it's not unrealistic, but it's not moving at the same speed. So that's why I was kind of glad you brought up the Game Pass thing that she's doing. Now, I do agree with other Zinc and G4. I was looking at them. It's like the Golden State Warriors thing. I get it. Mark Jackson comes in and he builds that team from the draft. Kerr comes in and he can just ride out, right? He can build the bench. But the establishment of Mark Jackson's still there. There's only one player that's gone. That's Klay Thompson. But Golden State, the building of Mark Jackson is still there. Yes, Game Pass is still a success today. It's moving. Now, they got to get to that vision, right? They got to get to that vision. These are the things that agitated me, right? The increase of price of Game Pass agitated me. The increase of Xboxes agitated me. But I understood it. It's because Xbox was in a bad spot. And these prices had to go up. We knew that was coming. So I understood why people was attacking it. It doesn't make any sense. They're not getting the sales. That's just the unfortunate part about it. That was that multi-strategy unfortunate part about it. Yeah, Phil's legacy, like I said, will always be he stood on Xbox and Xbox still remained. And and because of that, we still have Xbox today. Sarah Bond's legacy will be Game Pass, and that we have the best golden top tier service in gaming history. That's her legacy. The fact that Game Pass went up to $99, you messed things up. The fact that you raised the prices on the Xbox Series S and X, you messed things up. And you went here like that. It's already negative. We already know the hatred that the industry has against Xbox. But at that time, Phil was trying to get an increase some kind of way. He was at the end of it. He was already retired in his heart. He wanted to kumbaya the console culture, which I knew that wasn't going to work because the console culture is aggressive. It's competitive in good ways, in very good ways, because it makes the other class perform, innovate. Now, we knew that PlayStation was going to end up where it's at today. We knew. We've been preaching about that for years. Now it's here. Everybody's looking stupid. So what kicked me out, and I agree with you with Asha. But Asha, it's about her humbleness and it's about her wanting to know and wanting to learn. But she hasn't did anything of an establishment yet. But what I'm liking is the fact that I know this. When you take over, you don't continue what the last one did. That's the beauty. That's my hope, Rez. I'm not hopeless. My hope is that I know that whatever was done in the past is going to fade off. We see that she's working with Netflix and trying to get some deals done. But, Rez, that was already in the making. It just wasn't brought out. All of this stuff was already in the making. It just wasn't brought out. You get what I'm saying? It makes it look like she's doing all of this. But it's because things have already been put in place. Okay. And she's the front face right now. Now, the fact that she came in humble and got to it with the core audience was awesome. That's exactly what needed to be done. Now we're just waiting. We got to wait and see. The rumor is that Netflix is going to get cheaper, Netflix being a part of this kind of partnership will make Game Pass cheaper. That's great because Game Pass, as great as it is, needs to be more attractive. I'm all for that, but it has to happen. That's where I'm at. I'm tired of being hyped about something and then it don't come true. That's my issue. That's why we're doing this show. Xbox Fanfest, great. Put your enter your sweepstakes. I hope you get in there. I'm betting on Gears of War E-Day to be on Xbox and PC. But I'm holding my breath. I'm rooting for my Xbox. And that's my baby. That's where I come from. I don't mind a Halo campaign evolve. I don't mind that. There's some people who've never been able to play Halo before and they're expanding the Halo and giving you the origin. I'm not mad at Gears of War Reloaded, right? Others, he said, legal. What were you hyped for that you didn't get? Okay, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I already knew that the gaming media was gonna start, and they want that brag in the back. They don't really care about our games. We know this. What the gaming media and the donkey community just wants, they just want to say, hey, look, it's on PlayStation. That's it. They're not doing anything with no video games. I've already told y'all that. Now it's out there, right? Instead of them still focusing on Marathon, right, that they didn't buy, because Marathon was, they so stupid they don't realize that that was their bread and butter for 2025, and they're letting that sink. They're actually letting that sink. So I don't know what they think Wolverine's gonna do for the system. It ain't gonna do nothing. I don't know what they think Saros is gonna do. Those two games are gonna do nothing. Nothing for
Absolutely nothing. Yep.
absolutely nothing. Sony already told y'all that. The money makers are those live service games because the ABK deal has transpired. There's not the game that was dumping money for Sony has been taken away from them, and you're allowing Marathon to fail. Continue. Keep talking about an Xbox game being on PlayStation. That's why studio after studios are closing. I don't want to hear about The Last of Us 3. I don't want to hear about it. Get that out of here. Now,
Unbelievable. Another Last of Us.
Right. What
Disgusting,
they'll say to
bro.
combat me, what they'll say to combat me with, right, is, well, y'all getting another Gears of War. Yeah, we're getting another multiplayer game on top of that. What you can't compare another Gears of War game with another multiplayer aspect with The Last of Us. You can't even compare that. They don't even sit in the same realm. So today, I was looking at Push Square, and I was on Facebook, and I saw Push Square over there. It's funny when they're on other platforms and they was crying. People, they was over here sounding like a little weird. They was sounding weird, and in that article, they slipped up and put out a jewel, but you had to pay attention to it. They actually wrote about it, but you had to pay attention to it, and you had to touch it. That's correct. Gears of War is $1 billion franchise, and The Last of Us isn't. Facts. So I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna read. I didn't take pictures of this, but I did post it on the Twitter X feed. So if y'all wanted to check that out, you can and look it up. Look at the pics. But I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna show y'all what I got. I'm gonna read it out to you. So Push Square on Saturday, the 26th of July of 2025. This is 2025, y'all. 6 p.m. they did this article. The header was Xbox Gears of War E-Day seemingly in development for PlayStation 5, right? And it goes with Gears of War set to make its PlayStation 5 debut next month as part of the Coalition's Reloaded remaster of the original game. We always suspected a prequel E-Day would release on Sony systems as well, right? Because we know that's sensitive for them right now. See, all Xbox has to do is make great games right now. That's it. They're already emotionally distraught because they know they have no confidence in PlayStation. So it's just bragging the back's feelings. So we would release it on Sony's, they would release it on Sony's PlayStation as well, right? So and now, as rumors swirl of impeding Microsoft announcement, an employee's resume, Zink, check this out. An employee's resume appears to have spilled the beans on the upcoming release. So this tells me just how desperate they are, that they seek this hard to find a little thing. So I was like, damn, they really was digging and digging. On his website, level designer, and I like I said, we don't make fun of people's names on DI-RRec Gaming. So if I get the name incorrect, it's not intentional. Mir Modoc, okay, who's worked at the Coalition since 2024. So that told me right there that he's new. He's new. He lists the game's target platforms as, now follow me, other Zink. Follow me, chat pack. I want y'all to listen, and all the viewers out there are still watching as well. He lists the target platforms as PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series S and S, right? Today, fast forward, Square puts out another article. I really hope they do a same launch. PlayStation 5 fans are itching for Gears of War E-Day confirmation. No, they're not. No, they're not. See that lie? No, they're not. The media is itching, so they got something to talk about. PlayStation fans don't know nothing about Gears of War. They're not itching about anything. And it says in slow caps, not long until we know. That was today. So, in that article last year, when they said the level designer's name and his and on his website, I went to it. What's up, Metro? What's up, Metroplex? I went to it, Others Inc. And here's what it reads now. Mir Modak game designer. Gears of War E-Day, game info. This is right now. The name, Gears of War E-Day, type, single player co-op, third person shooter. Tool, Unreal Engine 5, Google Docs Suite, the Coalition proprietary tools. Platforms, PC, Xbox Series X. Did y'all hear me? Did y'all see what's missing? To the money chat pack. What platform did I not say? G4, what platform did I not say? Pablo, tell me what platform did I not say? And this is why we're doing the show today. This is why Reds don't understand why I'm bothered. Tell me, I'm missing a platform. You listen to Push Square said they went to go look. That's right. That's right, Trixo. That's right, Pablo. I was listening to you, Push Square. Why are you lying to people? See what I'm saying? Why do these gaming articles lie to people? Because when you go on his website, there's no PlayStation 5. So unless it was good prior to, but it was taken down. So to Red's defense, there was a change. Somebody said, no, take it down. Something happened. Unless the weirdo market of Microsoft has struck again. Right? The absolute trash marketing of Microsoft has struck again. It didn't strike out, but it's striking. Because if this damn thing doesn't come out soon, come out to the open, because there's no reason to wait, right? There's no reason for
No, they've been cooking long enough. It's
just
time.
to know, Rain, that the Xbox fans get let down on something special. Because I had to watch that in the Halo community, and I get it, but it was both. It was both, and it made sense. I didn't really fight that. I didn't understand the guy with the PlayStation shirt on a damn Xbox show. Rez, let me cook. I didn't get that part. See, I can get all the other weirdo stuff, but it was just getting a little bit too far away. It was just getting a little bit too far away when I saw the shirt. We done lost it now. See, Rand, I told y'all, just wait a minute. Y'all get too emotional. There's a method in this madness. Because I'm a big Xbox fan. I'm all Xbox. There's nothing, like I said, there's nothing outside of me that's gonna be any other color. I'm done. I told y'all. I'm Xbox out. That's it. All forward, all these years, Xbox. But I have to at times speak to my community of good faith of what concerns me. Because I don't mind people having to not want to buy an Xbox. I don't mind that. You don't have to buy an Xbox. And I don't mind, right, y'all, that Microsoft puts games in other places to be played. TVs, PC screens, your cell phones, your tablets and all that. because that's their cloud. I get that. That's utilizing features. That makes sense to me. DC makes sense to me, right? Certain games on other platforms make sense to me. But when we talk about the pillars of Xbox, I'm looking at my community, right? And this is for those who don't have a voice, right? Because everybody's not happy-go-lucky. Let's just be real. We're in the real world. There are some Xbox fans that are really not feeling so great because they don't feel like they get the best treatment, you know? When you have a situation where we see our best games, not just anything, but we see our best games go and we get nothing in return. I'm speaking for those Xbox fans because I understand you. Because my dearest game is coming up. There's not a donkey on earth that's going to come into that game and defeat anybody. Not one donkey, G4. You know how I know? Because I'm always at that front door. I told y'all nobody wanted to believe me, so I put 6 hours of play on Reloaded. Now imagine, Reloaded is the beginning, where all of its lag, the classic lag is still in that game. I still pull off 100-some kills. Imagine a Gears of War multiplayer game as smooth as butter. And you think a donkey's gonna come in on Gears of War on a PlayStation platform and just thrive? Who are you fooling? Yeah, that's like saying Jesus Christ was born in Colorado City. It's not ever going to happen. Because what people don't understand about the Gears of War community, it's the most brutal third-person community in gaming history. You can't come through that door and you're welcome. The only way you get welcome in the Gears of War community is you're great. They see you great. You're not great, they don't even look at you. You will get your head curb stomped. In a heartbeat, you will get smoke grenade tagged over and over and over again. You will get drugged. That type of stuff don't exist on a PlayStation platform. It never has. That's culture. That's culture. And when this culture others in, as he would know, Jago6 and all the other root gamers would know, before me, understand, cultures are delicate. When you offset the culture, you offset everything. Why do you think hip-hop music is in peril? G4, why do you think now lyricism is making its comeback? Because lyricism was always the culture of hip-hop. You had to say something. It had to make sense. There had to be a message. He said, I'm talking about, we hate it. That's right. And you know what? You have a right to feel that way because I hate it too. I ain't never owned one and don't intend to. When I look at this place, when I look at the PlayStation community, they don't faze me because I know it's hurt. I've been trying to teach the Xbox community this. They don't ever get to me. They don't know how to say, they don't even know how to make sense. They don't even know how to make sense. And they're their own PlayStation, their problem is not any of y'all. It's them. They the ones that don't buy games. And now Nintendo, like I told you, it's not Nintendo and what they do with all their little fun family games. It's the price. I told y'all that. Everybody's gonna wait. Game serials, not legal. That buys gonna be 10 million. I said, I don't care. Wait till April. Come back and holler at me next year in 2026 around April. And let's see if we have this conversation anymore. We're not having that conversation. Matter of fact, he gave me my flowers a couple weeks ago. On this show, you and him, Rez. Because I told y'all, $500, it's no longer a toy. People ain't looking at the Switch 2 and saying, oh, you know what, that's $299. Gets broke, we can just go down there and get another one. Nah, it breaks. That costs you a damn near rack now. And then you want to charge people $90 for cartoon games? Makes no sense. Now you trapped. See, unfortunate events happen. See, when you do stupid stuff, and when unfortunate events happen, it makes it worse. So everybody talked about Microsoft, and then the unfortunate events happened, and things had to happen for Microsoft. Everybody talked, but now look, tariffs is whooping Nintendo's asses. Price hike, whooping Nintendo's ass. Nintendo said, listen, they crying out. They crying out. Nintendo of America's crying out. Talking about, oh, we gonna fix this stuff. We may not be able to make as much Switch 2. Well, that's your fault. That's your fault because you came out with some stupid shit. You charging people over $100-some for a bunch of bullshit. Then you gonna charge them $90 for a kart racer. That's your fault. Sony wants to sit around here and play this. Well, we selling consoles still. Playing that game without putting no games out. We know why you're not putting no games out. You don't have nothing to fund them.
Nope.
The donkeys ain't gonna yap about that because they're too busy trying to make Xbox look bad. Xbox ain't looking bad because Xbox on your top list. On your platform. Your games are nowhere to be found. Your first-party games are nowhere to be found. So now, that's my problem. Here we are with something very special that can happen. Very, very special. And I'm rooting for my Xbox community. I'm rooting for the leaderships to not screw this up. You can do one game. Just one damn game. You can do that right. You can do that right. Look, it's already good enough we know Forza Horizon 6 is going, but it ain't day one. So I'm happy about that. You got Gears of War E-Day. That game is supposed to sell that console. That game is supposed to show you the limit for that console of Xbox and all of its glory. Do that, Microsoft. Do that for your audience. Do that for your fans. Stop trying to make it seem like if something is on your platform, it ain't gonna make no money. Says who? Says who? We got plenty of games that says that's not true. Forza Horizon 5, Starfield, just to name a couple. So you telling me that Minecraft and Call of Duty ain't bringing you no butter? Stop. Stop. So it's not like we're that senile that we don't get it. We're that gullible. Nah, we understand because we are the ones that are buying these games. We believe in our community. Do something good for it once. So I'm gonna be watching, y'all. I'm gonna really be watching because I wanted to put it out there that it's not there. I wanted my whole entire Xbox community to know that it's not there. If it's going to be there, say something now. Don't linger this on and linger it on and you pull the Indiana Jones. That was the most dumbest thing I ever witnessed. The Xbox fans are watching their show just to hear an announcement about PlayStation 5. That was dumb. Don't pull the Indiana Jones. Pablo, you know what? You can't make this shit up. It's almost like you got to laugh at this stuff. You can't. And then Microsoft has this. They already talked. The REC. Microsoft always steps on the. That's sad. What are we doing out here? Why we gotta get the goofy lines? Why we gotta get that? And we got the best games out here. The Xbox fans got the best games out here. Why we gotta have the goofy lines? Y'all don't deserve all of that. So let's stop playing around. If we're going to do something great about Xbox, let's do it, Rez. That's where I'm at. I'm hyped. Don't get me confused. I'm really hyped. I'm hyped regardless. I just don't want no more stupid stuff. If it's change, if everybody out here is talking about change and everybody's got Asha's name in their mouth, then let's do it.
You're right.
Let's do it.
Stupid stuff has to stop.
Yeah, I don't want to hear, oh, she's making these changes and then on nothing. And I get it because I understand things take time, right? Games hits me up almost every
It's
day.
still
We talk
soon.
about this.
Yeah, she's
You know,
only
we
been in the
get
role
that.
for a month or two, so I give her time. Let's see what
Yeah,
happens.
we'll give it time. Let's see what happens. Now, that's no, it is. Halo's the greatest of all time, bro. That's the
It
greatest
is
to
the
me.
GOAT.
That's the greatest
Yep.
shooter for what Halo has done. Right? It can never be duplicated. There will never be a shooter that lasted as long as Halo. Period. That's just period. And it was revolutionary. There's only a few mascots that solely did something for an entity, right? Pac-Man solely drove the arcades to expand across the world. Mario solely sold the NES. Mario did that. Then there's only one more, Master Chief. Halo Combat Evolved single-handedly sold Xbox consoles. You won't see that. That ain't gonna happen no more. That just ain't gonna happen no more. On top of the fact that it's a shooter. It's not a platformer. It's a shooter. First-person shooter at that. And lasted all these years with multiplayer and other shooting dynamics for gameplay. What you call them? Modes. Other modes that were created for Halo multiplayer experiences. And it's lasted this long. And it thrives and sits well on the Xbox platform. Thriving. So when you see this stuff, crazy for that cocaine as well. That's true. But when you see it,
Rage
whatever. But when you see that, that's greatness, man. And look, and you gotta be able to understand when you got something great. And look, if people don't want to buy an Xbox, you can buy. You gotta go look for it and go search for it and get it somewhere else. But to put it on other platforms just absolutely doesn't make any sense to me. It just don't. You should cherish what you got and build on that. And because you got the cloud, you got ways to get people to it. They just gotta want to. It should be about really indulging in the community, not about a brag situation.
I could see why they did it, right?
Yeah,
because they were trying to expand their audience, right? They felt like with the Xbox they were limited, especially if they wanted to grow the Game Pass numbers. They had to think about how can we grow Game Pass? Like staying on Xbox alone wasn't doing it for them. That's why I'm just telling you why they did it.
No, you're right. But here's the thing, Rez. That's the reason they had to do that is because now things start getting bad, right? We already know the end result of Phil's work, -10% globally, the worst ever, the worst numbers in Xbox history. So when things get
it didn't work.
Right, this is why you always make good ideas. Sarah Bond Game Pass, dude, it's undisputed. Because when she did that before COVID. So look what happened. When COVID happened, Game Pass was the best thing going. It did. COVID actually blew Game Pass. Blew it up because it's something good. See what I'm saying? When you do something wrong and it ain't really good, your worst enemy is bad times. Bad times come around, now you amplify it by 100 and it looks trash now. See what I'm saying? So that's what's going on with Nintendo and PlayStation. Xbox understood the future was going to be multi-platform. They been knew that. They saw how the numbers were going. But the thing is this, y'all. We kept seeing Xbox digress on things when we knew Xbox should have been elevated and keep going. Because, listen, I've never in my life seen anything like Quick Resume. I've never seen anything in my life like the snap feature for the achievements. I never saw anything in my life, other than like instant compute real time, instant compute community real time. So what I mean by that, y'all, was on the Xbox One, so others could be playing right, too. All I had to do was go in the community, and it would show him instantly where he's at in that game. And all I had to do was click on it. And I'm just watching him play it. And I'm like, damn. And that's what that would have done. What that does, damn, well, you know what? That game looks fun. Now I'm sending him a text message. Hey, man, I'm watching you play that, man. That game looks dope. But instantly, not lagging, instantly. When they did Mixer was 0.2 seconds off. You know what Twitch is? Twitch is damn near 2 seconds off. You're literally 2 seconds behind whatever you're watching from the streamer. You're literally almost 2 seconds behind. Mixer was 0.2 seconds. It was instant. The greatness of Xbox. To kill me, right? I don't understand how these great features do not get amplified. You know, it's mind-boggling to me. And so
that's what I talked about. They really need to market that. They really need to show off
those features.
What's unique about the platform.
Yes, yep. About the platform. Right, there you go. Show these things, because as a gamer, as long as I've been out here, and I've never seen nothing like it. And I'll never trade this community for nothing. Best damn gaming community that speaks his mind and stays true and keeps his foot down. The real ones. I'm talking about the real ones. And so I don't do nothing but salute it. I hope that the Xbox June showcase is everything that y'all want, man, because y'all deserve for a real anniversary, because the 20th anniversary was trash. That still haunts me. You know, I'm just rooting for my community. They deserve it all. We don't need to be sharing our damn anniversary with nobody. Damn. Can't we get something? We don't need to be sharing nothing with nobody. That's our anniversary. Give back to the people that's been here for you. You're not losing out on nothing. Everybody hates you. They hate you. You're not losing out on nothing. So give to the people that love you. Give to them. So that's where I'm at. That's where I was at, Rez. That's where I'm at, man. I just
go back to the heart of the matter, but heart of things.
Get back to the heart of the matter. Let's give her. I'm with that. I want to give her chances. I want to see what she's capable of doing with her humility. She's got me with her being humble. So I just, you know, it's gonna take some time, but at the same time, those that are already been implemented, they know what's up. Let's execute.
Is there any one thing that would truly change your mind, or will it have to be a number of things put together?
No, I just want. Honestly,
like, let's start off with Gears of War E-Day is exclusive. They make the next Halo game exclusive. Would that be a sign of
perfect.
Okay?
Look, that's perfect for the Xbox community. Look, I'm even to the point where I'm like this. What if Escape on Gears of War and the multiplayer, right? Gears of War 5, and you're going into the Hive, and it becomes an extraction, which was brand new in the Gears of War series. We had never had a mode like that. We never had an extraction mode, right? But we had extraction missions in the Halo game, in the Halo campaign, but we never had an extraction multiplayer until Escape came out. I'm not even against Rez that something like Escape could become its own thing, free to play, and just put out there as an extraction. I'm not against that. You want to know why? because Xbox makes the best multiplayer games. But the core, King of the Hill, you know, one shot, one kill, 1v1s, Nashers, team deathmatch and all that. Those are core multiplayer games that should remain part of the campaign experience. But something like Escape, put it out there so people can get their hands on some gear experience and say, yeah, because Escape is different. It's not brutal. You got to come in and play with a teammate. See what I'm saying? You don't put them in a situation where they got to come to King of the Hill. Come get their brains knocked off. You want to invite people? You got something like Escape, put it out there, let people get into a community, let people build upon that. And then you know what? Gears is not bad. I may not be able to get an Xbox, but guess what? I'm gonna get Game Pass and I'm gonna play this Xbox. I'm gonna play these Xbox games over here. I'm gonna play that Escape because that's real good. Or they get a handheld. Or they get a handheld and they got the cloud feature. But it's not impossible to get your hands on an Xbox game. We gotta stop acting like it's possible for somebody. If we don't put the game on their platform, they just don't have no other way of getting the game. We gotta stop with that lie, man. The same way, you know how we know that's a lie? The chat pack? Because we're the most hated. And guess what we got to do if we want to play a game that's not on our platform? Thank you. So how come the same standard as the Xbox fans got to go get games ain't applied to everybody else? That's the bullshit that I'm talking about, Rez. All I'm talking about is fair and equal opportunity here. These Xbox fans are out here putting their money out. They here supporting their asses off. That's got to matter. That's got to count.
It does.
Because that 10%, that was that's buns, like my son would say. That's boo-boo. That's butt cheeks. You got Xbox out here looking bad. That 25th anniversary, 50% off for $250. That's what Xbox needs.
What am I getting on my ROI as a gamer?
Right.
You know what I mean?
That $250 right now for the Xbox, that's what Xbox needs. That's what Xbox needs. Because now you just got to take your losses. Well, you should have had that mindset all along. Make those great games. I don't understand the problem. You make those great, unique Xbox experiences. That's what makes Xbox great. You keep those great features and expand on them. That's what makes Xbox great. That's why you have Xbox fans. We ain't never worried about the video games. We've never been worried about that. We're the community of clubs and groups, which those are going away. They played their part. We're gonna get back to our chat. Get back into the chat. Expand the rooms then. Make it 30 people up in there. I mean, you can't get rid of the community. Gotta do something. You gotta give to these guys and girls out here. You gotta give to that great Xbox community. That's just where I'm at. I just want to see that. That's all. That's more to me than the show. It is. It's more to me than the show. Because I'm gonna be hyped about E-Day. That, like I told everybody, that's my go-to. That's my guy. That's my guy. Gears of War E-Day is my guy. Because I know it's not gonna disappoint. So that's it, man. I mean, that's my take on it. I told y'all it wasn't gonna be too bad. I'm coming off the top rope, but I wanted y'all to understand. I saw that, and that just expect.
They haven't been treated.
Expect the gaming media to stay on this tip, y'all. So get prepared. Oh, is it come? So Microsoft needs to come on out. That's my point. They don't need to be lingering with it because it irritates the Xbox community.
They need to change the narrative. Yeah.
Yeah, go on. If it's gonna be on play, say it. If it ain't, say it. That's it.
They need to shut these media sites up.
Yeah.
Stop letting them run with the false narratives and the bad negative stories and the spin articles. Put them in their tracks. Yeah, exactly.
Shut it up.
we're already seeing a hint of that with what Stein did with the what was it, that Game Rant article or that PC Gamer article that was on Twitter.
Yeah,
They need to do more of that, like way more of that. They need to change their messaging and make it clear. Just say it.
Yeah,
Don't hide it.
Clear.
Don't wait till the last minute, because that just shows that you're disingenuous, that you don't understand your fans, you don't understand your gamers. You know, you're treating them like they're kids, right? You're lying to them. You're playing with their feelings, you're playing with their emotions, and people get tired of that, right? They don't want to be played with. They want what they want. Give them what they want. Treat them good. Take care of them. Respect them like they're not your family, but like, you know, they're people that have truly invested in taking care of your platform, that, you know, they're great customers, like they're VIPs, right? They need you guys. They all need the VIP treatment, right? And they've been getting the coach treatment, right? The lower end, the budget, the Walmart treatment, right? They need the they need the Four Seasons, right? They need the high end jet first class treatment. You know what I mean? And I think
a lot of people don't understand what Other Zinc means right here, because they don't understand his journey. If you literally came from the beginning of this gaming entities, these consoles, to where Xbox is today, if you have any sense of mind, there would be no reason of you being disappointed. I'm telling y'all right now, Other Zinc's been out here a little longer than me, but I've seen a lot. I can hold in my hand my television game, my system changer. Where you keep hearing about multi-platforms, that's been old. Having games on other platforms is old. I just want to let everybody know that. That ain't nothing new. My television system changer could play Atari 2600 games, and television 1 and television 2 games. Been doing that. That's not anything new. But I've never in my life seen a gaming company give you more value like Microsoft with Xbox. Period. The packaging, the value is literally undisputed throughout time right now. You can't put anything up against it that brings more value. You just can't. It's undefeated.
Nothing compares. Yep.
Nothing compares. And I know because I've lived it. That's why when I saw Game Pass, I shut everything else off. I don't need no Nintendo no more. I don't validate myself by what I own anymore. That's feeble mindset territory to me now. I don't care. I gotta own everything, but you're not playing it, because if y'all was playing everything, the industry wouldn't be where it's at. Everything is fraudulent. The everything is fraudulent. The only thing that ain't is the Xbox community. Look at it now. And that's what's worrying them, because they know their empire is fraudulent, and they can't do nothing. I told y'all, the only thing they can do is ride it till there's nothing left. They're gonna ride dumb shit ass wave until they return back to dust, y'all. Do not expect nothing to change. Don't. Because they're cowards. Cowards die 1,000 deaths, y'all. That's what's going to happen.
In fact, Nintendo's been on the brink of extinction multiple times, and they managed to come up with something to save their butts.
And you want to know something, y'all? Switch 2 is going to be a mess. What's up, Dolan Knight? Switch 2 is going to be a mess. Get ready. I'm telling y'all right now. Just if you think that my Xbox is going to be the underdog next generation, you're going to be hurting, because PlayStation is not going to do it, y'all. And that price went up. You got people out here that are saying the PlayStation 6 is going to be $600. How does that? This is what
I'm sorry.
I just want to say this. This is how stupid it gets out here. So if the PlayStation 6 is going to be $600, why would anybody buy a PlayStation 5 and a PlayStation Pro? Why? Why? You literally killed those two off. Killed them off. And before that, I don't have a problem with waiting. I don't have a problem waiting. I don't have a problem. Listen, I told y'all, when donkeys talk, it's always the opposite. How do you think that? What were you gonna say, Rex?
Makes them looks like a bunch of contradictory idiots because they keep flip flopping and switching their stories. They say one thing and then
because that's all they know how to do, man. At the end of the day, right? If the PlayStation 6 is going to cost $600, how much do they think their video games are going to cost? How does PlayStation make money? Are they serious? I mean, I think I just don't understand them. What tech do you want in that? You think they're going to get all this latest tech and have a console out there for $600? It can't be this stupid. It just can't. Price already went up. You think the PlayStation 6 is going to be $600? You know why you hear people say stuff like that? Because they're defeated. You know why? You know why they got so mad? Because it's $900 for a PlayStation 5 Pro. Damn near $800 some dollars and change for PlayStation 5. You know why they're mad? Because they've always been the cheap gamers. That's why. Talos Reed, they've been the cheap gamers. And now they're exposed. Others, Zinc, Dolan Knight, Pablo, the chat pack, they're exposed. They're done. There's nothing moving forward. They're not going to contribute. And Sony knows this. That's why they're not in no rush to put the PlayStation 6, because they know. So, if you're going to put something out that's going to be on the expensive side, you have to make it look good. People will buy something if it's looking good for the value. If you don't think millions of Xbox fans are not going to buy Helix, buckle up. Buckle up. Because any game in their right mind is going to snatch them Steam games up. Steam's there. Epic, Ubisoft, GeForce Now, all the storefronts. All, EA Play, all of them on there. No matter what game you buy, it's going to be in your library. It's going to be in your, it doesn't. When you buy it,
shit.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Guess what came out yesterday?
What?
Everybody's got to get this game. The Marvel Maximum Collection is now out on the Xbox Store for $24.99.
I'm about to buy that now. When we get off, we're gonna go live. We're gonna go live, man.
Yep.
Damn.
$24.99.
Hey, everybody, we'll be on the Twitch channel. We're gonna go live, and then we're gonna convert that gameplay over to the YouTube channel. So don't worry, we'll be live, man. Damn, dude.
That's the X-Men arcade game. That's Maximum Carnage. That's Silver Surfer. Yep.
I can't, y'all. I want everybody to be. I hope nobody gets let down. I hope this was going to be a fantastic 25th anniversary for all my Xbox fans. I don't want nothing negative happening. I don't want nothing messing it up for y'all, man. That's my notion on it. Rez, thank you for that great news. Look, y'all, I told y'all it wasn't going to be a very long show, but we got games. We about to go play this. I'm hyped now. Now y'all wanted to see legal hype? Now I'm hyped. You hyped me up. I'm ready to play, man. Damn. Hey, y'all, listen. Thank y'all for coming out, man. Thank y'all for coming out. putting up with me coming off the top rope, sharing y'all's thoughts and opinions along with us. Shouts to Resident Gamer being mad at me today. Gonna put me on the blast, gonna make the show, put me on blast. And sometimes you gotta be put on blast, man. I mean, I ain't scared, you know, I'm out here. And it's just, I have my reasons, and I'm just rooting hard. So I hope.
Yeah, and I will say this is the time. If this is, I think this is their last chance. They really need to do. They really need to make the move now. Yeah.
I feel like the haters are ready to persecute and put them and put them in jail and lock them up forever. I don't want. We done went through enough negativity. Two systems. I'm tired of seeing it. You know, I'm like, it's not. You know, it's not negative over here. It's a great community, and so I want to see it. Pablo, I feel bad. I want to see it. You know, so buckle up. Hopefully everything is beautiful. And 25th anniversary is everything that you wanted it to be. That's what I'm rooting for. For me, don't worry about me. I'm gonna be on my Xbox. I ain't going nowhere. We're gonna continue to be on DI-RRec Gaming. Don't worry about me, man. It's a good, right? It's a good community. I'm not ashamed to wear my green. I'm not ashamed. I just have my thoughts sometimes, you know. And I wanted to speak for those that feel a certain way as well. They need to be heard as well. So I hope we gave it justice on different kind of thoughts. That's what we wanted to do. Shouts to the Microsoft team who's put in hard work to give us something special for the June showcase. Can't wait to see what Gears of War EA has in store and all the other games. I can't wait. Can't wait to see the Xbox reaction, the Xbox community's reaction. Can't wait. And I hope each and every one of y'all get a game that y'all love this year and really enjoy it. So just rooting for y'all, man. We're gonna get up out of here. Thanks for everybody that came out. Yeah, the negativity's gotta go down. You gotta change the atmosphere. That's all I'm saying, you know. That's all I'm saying. It's a lot to be hyped about. It really is. It's a lot to be happy about. It really is. It's just the messaging's gotta be right. The marketing's gotta be right. Execution's gotta be right now. I'm hopeful. It's a great community. I'm tired of seeing it get twisted around and you know, there's nothing to be struggling about. We got the greatest Leviathan out here, one of the greatest Leviathans out here. There's nothing to be struggling about. Get it together, make things work, and believe in your fan base. That's it. Well, I go by the name of the New Legal Man. This is DI-RRec Gaming. Thank y'all for coming out, man. Rez, you got anything else you want to say, bro?
No, I'm gonna say. Well, I will say that I'm right now excited for the future of Xbox. I think this is the change that we all needed. If it's ever gonna change, if it's ever gonna go in the direction that people want, if they're ever gonna take care of their true Xbox fans, this is it right here. This is that time. This is their make or break moment. If they don't take care of their fans like they should have had from the get-go, this might be the end. And I hate to say that, but I just don't see a future of Xbox if they don't go back to what made them great and take care of the people who have been there since the beginning. You got to show what Xbox and the love of the community is about, and you need to start in a lot of different ways and improve in a lot of different ways, and you need to start from square one again. Mike Johnson in the building.
I don't think Xbox is going anywhere. I just want it to reach its full potential. It ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Is I don't say it's going to be the end. I think it's going to be the end of them reaching their full like reaching to the highs, like reaching to the next level, like that they've always been. They've always had the potential to be.
They don't want to. No, they don't. No. All right, y'all. Well, we appreciate y'all coming out, man. Listening to us yap it up. Thank y'all, man, for everything. We're going to make the outro short as possible. Hey, we'll check y'all out, man. We're going to go over here and play this game. Y'all come over here and check us out, man. See y'all next time. Be safe out there. Until the next show, y'all.
Peace.